Okay, so I'm catching a bunch of legends, probably around 50 of each, before the December update hits. And I wasn't originally gonna post a video of this, but I figured, why not? But it's all based on a theory I have, where the legends will get a level cap increase, and with that level cap increase, hopefully some new schematics instead of the pal metal armor and stuff. So it's all just a hope and a prayer. If they get increased, like level 60 or whatever we end up with, if they get a new schematic drop, and then if I hopefully get that schematic within like 50 butchers or something of each legendary pal. So it's just something to do before the December update hits, and we might get something new from them. Maybe they'll just drop oil rig weapons or armor, which I already have. So it's kind of just a theory, a little hope and a prayer. You can do it if you want to, so I'm just going to show how I'm doing it. I'm using Chillet for the twins. You could also use a dark conversion pal like Vixen, Noct, I think, Maraith, and Elsevier. Then I'm using Ragnarok for Frostallion, and I'm using Frostallion for Jetragon. So these legends spawn at dawn every day, same as every other overworld alpha pal. I'm gonna start with Jetragon, I think. I can also show the party real quick. It's the same as usual. Vanguard, Stronghold, Gobfins, the Element Conversion Pal to gain super effective damage, a Jetragon just to fly there a little bit faster. You can skip the Jetragon. Ring of Mercy, the Climate Shirt because I'm not using a temperature armor. And then I got the Rocket Launcher. I'm going to be using probably just the Rocket Launcher in this video and the Homing Sphere Launcher. These are more as a backup in case I want to use them. And just make sure you have ammo and spheres. So that's the setup, and I'm just gonna sleep real quick to reset the spawns. And we're off. So there's nothing really special about the Jetragon fight. It's probably the easiest fight to do. You just fly there, you get your Frostallion pal. Then I'm gonna start with a Blizzard Spike into a Rocket Launcher. And the Blizzard Spike is nice because they don't really fly away. And then you aim to the side to not spread them out. Try to keep them together for as long as possible. They will get spread out while you're shooting your rocket launcher. So it's just a nice way to keep them a little bit grouped up for the area of effect. You could use the multi-guided, but it has a little bit of a smaller area of effect. And they're getting stunned anyway. So one of them, let's see which one it is. That one. Okay, and now you switch to the Homing Sphere Launcher. Shoot your spheres. Then you can shoot while they're in the sphere, and it will hover outside. You might waste a sphere doing this, but it's just a nice way to speed it up a little bit. Just shoot the sphere while it's in there. Perfect. And then a Daisy Cloud back if you got them. Just to speed things up. Back at the base. Just make sure your weapon is reloaded. Switch to the next pal. And then we're off to Frostallion. And then there's a little bit of a bug. Now, I think it's related to Daisy Cloud. You sort of have to send out your pal before you can switch pal. I'm not really sure what's related to, but I think it happens every time I use the Daisy Cloud. Okay, so Seed Mine on Ragnarok to get a little bit of a damage boost. Hopefully they don't spread out too much. See if they get rooted. One got rooted. It's gonna take a little bit more damage. The second one is rooted. Perfect. But the third one over there is not. So same thing. Try to aim just to the side to get them a little bit closer together. Shooting in the middle will hit them all, but it will spread them out. So if they do get spread out, you can sort of reset how spread out they are by hiding. But there's a risk when they're too close together as well that they will just knock each other up into the air and disappear. So now it's the same thing as Jetragon, just shooting rockets and hoping you hit as many Frostallions as possible. That one is the one that's low. This one is probably the one that has a lot of HP. I'm gonna focus on this one. You can shoot a seed mine again and hope that it roots. It doesn't always root on the second seed mine. And now they're all low enough to start using the spheres. Is it gonna catch all of them? Perfect. And I even got a schematic. But it's the old one. That's not what we're after. So we're gonna keep these pals until the update and then butcher all of them and hope that with a 3% it should be like 30. Should be like 30 butchers, but it might take a lot longer. So then it's Chillet's time. Everything is reloaded. Good. And we're off. So this fight is a little trickier because there's gonna be 6 pals to fight. Now there's a couple of pals you can use for this. Same thing again, have to summon it. Some new bug with this patch. As I said, I think it's related to Dazzle Cloud, but you could use Marate, you could use Chillet, some lucky pal somewhere. Marate, Chillet, I think it's Hellzephyr and Vixen Noct that you could be using for this fight. But I have a Chillet already, and I'm not gonna breed anything special for this. So same thing, just start shooting. Try to keep them clumped. If you have a shepherd dog, that's great, but I don't. I'm just gonna have to run in circles. So Paladius both has very high defense and isn't weak to my pal. So the Necromus should be getting low first. But one thing you can see me doing here is that I jump and then shoot, just to not slow down too much. Just keeps the momentum going. So one Necromus is low. Gonna see if I can get a couple of more hits. Oh, I didn't have stamina to jump. A couple of more hits on the Necromus, then maybe catch the Necromus first. Let's see. One of them is caught. But you can't reload while throwing spheres. It's just to make the fight a little bit less cluttered. You can start to try and catch Necromus. But it also does leave you vulnerable to attacks from Paladius and stuff. That's when it's nice to have the multi-guided to make that part a little bit easier. But now that Necromus is captured, I'm going back to my rocket launcher. One of the Paladius is catchable. Must have got some crits on that one. Makes it a little bit easier. But when there's only 2 left, it's actually pretty nice to just use the quad. When they're this spread out. But yeah, this part of the fight is a little slow, just when you're not super effective. I guess if you have a Vixen Noct, a Marate, or a Hellzephyr, you can bring that as well. Make this a little bit easier. Or faster. Okay, so that's all of the legendary pals. So you can do this each day You can have spawns on 1 if you're not comfortable fighting all of them. If you really want to speed it up, you can set day and night speed to just max and just chain farm them. I don't really do that right now. We got 1 legendary schematic. But yeah, it's all based on a theory, so it's not something you feel like you have to do. If you want to try it, I'm doing it right now, just hoping that they increase the levels of the legends and give them new schematics and that I can butcher for them. But that's it, pretty much. So for now, thanks for watching.